Good morning. So this is literally those 2 sacks of greens. This is what it looks like once it's wilted down after you steam it. And basically steaming it is just to get it wilted, so when you're packing it in your jars, you actually get more than, a half a jar, because it's going to shrink, obviously, from a piece of sorry, I just had a text show up. Okay, so it's obviously going to shrink down like a third of, or less, of what it is when it's fresh and green and crunchy and full size. So it's all ready to be canned. I did all this last night, then I stopped. It was almost 9 o'clock, so I stopped because the sun was down. And it's hard to operate the stove top after dark, as you don't want to do it for long periods of time in the dark, because it's just eating up all of our battery power. So, stopped, wait till this morning. Now I'm working on canning it. I've got 6 jars in here. I think it'll probably take about 4 or 5, probably 5. But I always start with a few extra. And I'm thinking this is about 5 quarts. And, oh, this is what I was going to mention. So, ever since this pandemic started, canning supplies have been, really hard to get. And so what I did is, you can't find them locally. You can't find them at Walmart or, all the local places you would go. Like some of the old hardware stores that sell canning supplies. Can't find it. So I ordered them off of Amazon. And they're they were like twice as much as they used to be, which I kind of expected that too. But my problem was they came all the way from China, and they're not car lids. Now this brand, I bought both. I bought like a case, like 12 packs of 12, like 144 lids of the wide mouth and of the small mouth. So these are actual car lids. These were not actually car lids. This is what the car lid looks like. This is a real car lid. It always says car on it. It just does. Ball lids, car lids, they always have their name on it and a little place to write the date or whatever. This is what come from China. And as soon as I opened it and I saw it, I was like, these are not car lids. They work okay, but they're not car lids. They're not quite as good. Let me just say that. They're not quite as good as car. Like, I've noticed a few of them. I've already used, a whole bunch of them. And I just noticed that some of them don't seal as good. And I don't know if it's the rubber. I just really don't know. It feels the same weight, same gauge of metal. I just don't know what's different, but there's something different. And these have a better pop, where some of these are kind of weak. Like the popping part is just weak. And you can't hardly tell if it's sealed or not, because there's the little pop thing's not hardly there. So anyway, I paid twice as much. It took like months to get it to come in from China. And they weren't even car lids, but in a car box. Car, I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. They're cheaper than Ball. Anyway, thought I'd share that. And I don't know how you would know otherwise until you get it, I assumed I was buying car lids. I didn't even know they were coming from China. I didn't look that far into it, I guess. But, yeah. Car lid knockoffs. Not as good. Cost twice as much. But I guess at least I'm happy I have them. Alright, peace.